My view of these people who occupy the self-help space and the personal development life coach space is that they are what my grandfather would have called charlatans and hucksters. We call them scam artists today. And the reason I have that view is because they meet people at their lowest point. And they know if you come to their platform that you're either emotionally broken, financially broken, or a combination of the two, because they usually go hand in hand. But they know why you're there. And they have a marketing system tailored to make the most amount of money off of you at your most vulnerable spot. My point A happened March 18th, 2025. I had just retired as a very successful leader within one of the largest corporations in the world. And I had a very solid reputation for developing leaders. And I retired at 50, have to get to 62 to draw my pension. And I fell into a gap where I'm too old for an entry level management position, overqualified for a mid level position, and upper management, just like we did it, are cultivated from within. And so I fell into this gap. And 6 months after I had retired and moved home, I come home from lunch one day. I'm working in car sales. There's a foreclosure letter on the kitchen table. I just checked the mail, and there's a list of documentation that my lawyer needs so that I can file bankruptcy. And as I'm going through that paperwork, I hear a rattle going on out in my driveway. So I go out and I look, and the tow truck already has my truck hooked up, and they're repossessing it. And in that moment, I hit my bottom. And we all have them. And the circumstances are different from one person to the next, but the emotions feel the same. And so these life coach scammers, and not all of them are, but these life coach scammers, they meet you at that place because they have a traumatic story too. They started from somewhere, and they're going to match those emotions with you. But then they're going to show you this unrealistic vision of what you could be, which is them. These people are millionaires, if not billionaires. They own 150 companies across the world. They brag about how they've convened with world leaders, how they've mentored 4 US presidents, and they have all these paid endorsements from celebrity A-listers who are giving testimonials about the great things that they've done. They give this whole sob story about how they got to where they are and that you can do it too. But the fact of the matter is, they gained all of that wealth off of selling books, selling 3-day summits, selling VIP experience upgrades to the most vulnerable people in the world. That's how they became millionaires. And they claim to have all these secrets. Well, if their systems work so good, why is there more than one book? Why are there summits twice a year? Why are there conferences every quarter? Why do I need a VIP experience to learn the bonus secrets? If the system works, it's a one-time purchase. And here's why it doesn't work. From where you are right now, your lowest point, you've got to go through point B. And point B is the coldest, darkest, most uncomfortable, tear every fiber of your being apart and re-examine it place you will ever be. There are no books to sell, no summit tickets. There are no VIPs to sell experiences to there. Nothing. And so these scam artists skip right over the hard part. That's where the secret should be. They spend a good part of the speaking engagement or the book explaining how they're connecting with you at your emotional low. And then they talk about how they've achieved so much and all of their accomplishments and how if they can do it, you can do it. But then about the middle section, the construction zone that you're going to be in, they summarize it by saying, you've got to do the hard work. You've got to take massive action. You've got to make the tough decisions and have the hard conversations. That doesn't tell you anything about what you're about to go through. There are no secrets. There are things that people like me who have been through point B and are still going through point B. By the way, you never leave point B. You learn to operate in point B without it destroying you. C will take care of itself as you work your way through the reconstruction. And that's where I want to come alongside people and help them get through that process. Because if you're tired of spending your money on a vision that doesn't even belong to you, welcome home.